Welcome to Design to Win. This afternoon's discussion is going to be on vitamin D. Why it might be killing you while you're trying to improve your health. My name's H.L. Sam Queen, and I am the founder of Design to Win. And the reason I started this, I've been doing chemistry and teaching chemistry to doctors and others for better than 50 years. And in all that 50 years, it finally came to me that doctors just didn't have the right attitude toward chemistry to understand it. And that's the way it is with vitamin D. A person has to look at chemistry as though the body is made by design and designed to win, not to lose. And if you understand that, then your role is to go about trying to support the body's design rather than trying to dictate it. Well, medicine is important. We have to have that. But doctors are trained pretty much how to dictate to the body. They learn in medical school, of course, how to make a diagnosis, put a label on that, then they treat the label. And that's fine. We need that if we have a crisis. That is absolutely important to our survival. But after that, when it comes to dealing with health and nutrition, if we try to dictate, you can underline that word, we tend to always get it wrong. And the attitude is all that really matters. If you can understand we need to support the body, then we have a chance of understanding why some people are going to be certainly dying from the recent recommendations of excesses of vitamin D. Now, vitamin D itself is doing something really incredible, important, and that is it's balancing the mineral ion distribution in the body, especially calcium and especially phosphate. And it's controlled by an important hormone called PTH, parathyroid hormone. You'll hear a lot about that. And so doctors will measure parathyroid, they'll measure vitamin D, and they'll get really confused because at some point it doesn't make any sense. At many levels it doesn't make any sense. And the level of vitamin D as you're trying to push that to try to help somebody doesn't seem to make sense either. Now, one reason is this: if you happen to be getting free calcium in the body, it could be because you don't have enough protein. In fact, one of the best ways of getting PTH all confused, that parathyroid hormone, is to simply take away the protein. If you take away the body's protein, what will happen is that the thyroid itself will slow down in an attempt to try to keep from being overactive, because if it's too active, it could eat up a lot of tissue. So the body, in trying to win, will slow down. It will also decrease the amount of calcium. So if you're low in protein, that could cause you to have the very need for control of free calcium, and yet at the same time the body will quieten down the parathyroid during those periods. Can you see how things can get really skewed and out of control? The only way you can understand this is to take a look at chemistry as though the body is made by design and designed to win, not designed to lose. And so sometimes when vitamin D levels get low, it is actually an effort to be able to save us. If you get too much free calcium, for instance, the body can't afford to get too much free calcium. If you got too much free calcium, you'll deposit it in your cells. How many of you have had CT scans before and get a calcium score from that? Well, the high calcium score is just that. It means that you had too much free calcium and it wound up being deposited around your body. And it all starts out really with the breaking down of connective tissue. It doesn't always start with vitamin D. There are so many basic things going on that play a role independent of vitamin D. Now, you might think that it's it is the vitamin to end all, and it's the most popular vitamin going right now in America and probably the world. But at the same time, the body itself is dictating a need for vitamin D, and we are trying to dictate it, and we're not on the same page together. Now, that's really important. If we're not on the same page, problems go on. Now, we're getting ready to do a series at Design to Win, and you can pick this up through our distributing agency called the Institute for Health Realities in Colorado Springs. But I'm going to tell you this, we're going to take you on a trip, and a trip into the world of reality about health. That if you understand the body's made by design, designed to win, I promise you, you will be able to understand chemistry for the first time and understand why vitamin D might be killing you rather than saving your life. And it also would help you understand when you need vitamin D in order to save your life. That could be exceptionally important. Come join us.